What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. I am here with Drifty from the Football Banter Show. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man, what's good? Thanks for having me, man.
It's all right, man. He's brought me all the way down to South London. He knows I hate South London. We're here in sunny Clapham at the moment. But listen, we're here to do not a preview. We've done that with Redmen TV. We're here to do a combined 11. For those of you who don't know Drifty and the Football Banter Show, make sure you guys check that out. Links will be in the description below. Huge Liverpool fan. Loads of good content from them. Not that we watch it because we, but seriously, make sure you guys check that out. All the links and stuff will be in the description below. But we're here to do a combined 11, man, and it's going to be interesting because
I know we're not going to agree.
Oh, we're definitely not going to agree.
I know we're not going to agree.
We're definitely not going to agree.
There's only one agreement. Keeper. I won't even argue with that.
I think there's a few more. There's a few more. Because listen, one thing about me, which you know, I'm not deluded. I don't just think of the rivalry. I just base it on form and what I see, and so this is the essence. And obviously these guys at home, I'm sure they'll disagree with one or two. But you're quite a sensible guy as well. Sometimes, innit? I don't know.
Always.
Sometimes you tweet some crazy stuff, but
it depends if I'm just trying to get under the skin, you know.
Watch him, he'll wind you up. All right, Drifty, let's start with this. Well, you already said it. I think when we done with 100% Chelsea before the FA Cup game, we went to the keeper, and we always say whoever we're doing a combined 11 with, we don't even talk about it because as far as Man United fans are concerned, we've got the best keeper in the world.
Yeah, Liverpool, Man City, it don't matter who you support. If you don't think David De Gea is the best goalie in the league, then you're just lying. You know what I mean? So
who said that Liverpool fans are deluded and deranged? You see, there are some good ones out there.
I hate to admit it, but I'm actually a fan of De Gea. Like I actually
because of how good he actually is.
Yeah, like if I'm honest with you, I think he might be arguably the best goalkeeper I've ever watched. Like I know obviously people say people like Banks and all that back in the day. Schmeichel, he was a G, don't get me wrong. You got people like Seaman. There's been some top goalies.
But he's going to have a good argument for that, innit? Especially if he keeps going
even
the way
Peter Cech. But for me, I watched De Gea do things with his feet and his hands. And I'm not gonna lie. I am a fan of De Gea.
Fair play, Drifty. Listen, this is going to be easy, innit?
That's the only part where I'm like that, you know what I mean?
Okay, listen, just to keep things as simple as possible, we'll go with a 4-3-3. We pretty much play that. You pretty much play that, don't you?
Yeah.
Barring a few games, but 4-3-3. Let's go with the fullback position of right back. Obviously, it's a toss-up with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ashley Young,
there's no
Diogo Dalot.
There's no way you can think any of those are better than Trent. Come on.
Guys.
Come on.
Ashley Young. Do you know what? All right, no, you're right. It's probably got to be shaded with Trent. But do you know what, though? When you break it down, with Ashley Young, because of his longevity, his experience in the big games, he's had. Has Trent Alexander-Arnold had like Hazard in his pocket before? Mo Salah, right, fair enough. But
in that run to the Champions League, he had Sane in his pocket. Remember that? He had Ronaldo in his pocket in the final, bro. You know what I mean? So
he didn't have Bale in his pocket.
Whoa. Anyway, other side. But it's got to be Trent. Come on.
It's got to be Trent. But he's close. Look, Ashley Young's a lot of things. A lot of Man United fans are not happy with him over the course of the whole of the season. We want better. But he has done well to morph his career and longevity and stuff like that. And you know what? In the big games, you can count on Ashley Young.
I give him credit for being able to go from being an attacker to a defender. But a lot of you don't cross properly. Trent's good at delivery. Trent can take free kicks. He can take set pieces.
Does he get done a bit too easy though? Even Rashford rinsed him last week.
But you know
last year.
That was actually the only time this ever happened to him, and I think it was the best thing that happened to him because after that game he learned. I don't actually think he would have done as well in the Champions League if Rashford hadn't given him that lesson of no. Do you know what?
Right, Drifty.
I'm going to come inside.
World Cup. Who was the starting right back? Gareth Southgate made his thoughts clear.
No. I don't think he was ever going to... Not at 18 or 19. Nah, not for England.
Good enough? You're old enough?
But England, you know what I mean? He won't... Trippier's out now. Trippier ain't playing well no more. Trippier ain't got that right back spot on lock.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I just tried to throw that out there because, in the World Cup it was Ashley Young's spot.
No, it was Trippier.
Oh, sorry, it was Trippier, sorry.
Yeah,
but
it was Trippier.
He was in the squad as well and he got,
it's experience. They're just going because he's older. You remember Trent was a teenager. He was 18 at the World Cup.
I'll take that back, actually. My bad. It was Trippier. Fair play. All right. Look, I agree. I don't think that we've been too harsh there on Ashley Young, but I think Alexander-Arnold's a good candidate. Centre halves for me, I think it's got to be Lindelof and Van Dijk.
I personally think Bailly is your best centre back. But I think form-wise, Lindelof is the best.
You see what it is about Bailly is, I think, me included, a lot of Man United fans would have said that. He wasn't getting opportunities, but from the games we saw, we were like, why is this guy not starting in Bailly? He's our best centre-back. But then Lindelof came into his own in terms of the form he's been showing right now, undeniably. Right now, he's our best centre-back. Bailly might have potential to be better than him, I don't know. But with the way Lindelof's so cool on the ball, he's good with both feet, he can pass, he's strong in the air, he's strong on the ground. And Van Dijk speaks for himself. I don't think any Man United fan can.
On form, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think those two,
This is easy.
So far.
Look, I'm not trying to blow smoke up Liverpool fans' arse, but it's just facts. Robertson, arguably the best left back in the league.
I'm not going to lie.
So, you can't argue for sure. We can't argue for Ashley Young at left back or whoever else.
Over the last 18 months, I think it's arguable Robertson's been the best left back in Europe. You've got like Alaba, you know what I mean? You've got Sancho. But
Sanchez. Sandro, not Sancho.
Sandro. But other than that, I think, you know what I mean? I think he's been a revelation.
What you got from Hull, innit?
Yeah.
I mean, look, there was times we were screaming out for Luke Shaw to do certain bits, and Ashley Young when he was at left back as Man United fans, and we used to use me and Rance in a lot of videos, even Mark as well, and say, look, you look at Liverpool, you look at their fullbacks, it's coaching. When we had Mourinho, and we were like, how poor we was. We used to use you guys as an example to say, look, they got him for 6 million from Hull. They got Trent Alexander out through the youth. They've coached these guys.
Man. Like, the whole combination of those two is like about 8 mil. Do you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. That's crazy when you think about Man City paid 110 mil for both theirs.
Yeah.
Oh no, that 200 mil for all 4 of them or whatever the crazy. So you think
50 mil on each, easy.
You know what I mean? So 8 mil for both of them. Crazy, bro.
Okay,
crazy.
so I think that was fairly routine. This is where it gets interesting. Because I've got something in my mind with this midfield three, and I know you guys have got something in your mind, but Drifty's the guest, so let's see where he goes. Does Nemanja Matic get in that midfield?
If we're doing a 4-3-3, then we're kind of doing a holding, a box-to-box, and then a little bit more attacking, right?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Would it be Fabinho instead?
Yeah.
I agree. Okay.
Okay. I thought you was going to disagree with me.
But you know what? Matic has been, since Jose, in his first season, he was very good for us. Second season, up until Jose went, we just wanted him gone. It was like, this guy is just so slow, he's stiff, he's sideways passing. Since Ollie's come, he's very instrumental to us. He breaks up play and he does the doggies, and he has been really good.
Better,
Fabinho over him, guys, would you have that? I would say on form,
He's just all round actually. I know we got the rivalry, but he's just a better player, just all round, bro.
I don't know.
Fabinho was a master of just.
But I think Matic has proved it though in the Premier League. He's won Premier League titles.
Fabinho's been playing right side of centre back, left side of centre back, and he's
more versatile.
He just marked Lewandowski at the game against Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? He's not even a centre back.
He's done well since gone centre half actually.
For me, I just think even for form. Don't get me wrong, Matic has been playing really well for the last 2 months. But I think if you're looking at the versatility, the form, and how much he can bring to you.
Okay, do you know what? Do you know why I'm going to say yeah? Because I don't know if you're going to agree with the next two. Because for me, that's all that's getting in.
Yeah, see, here we go.
That's all that's getting in. Well, Paul Pogba goes in, doesn't he? He goes in. We don't even need to talk about him.
Pogba's the advanced.
He's the best midfielder in Europe right now.
I mean,
his numbers don't lie.
Listen,
men, women lie. Numbers don't.
Listen. See,
we're getting juicy.
I've been having this argument with people constantly. I don't doubt Pogba has world-class ability and does world-class things on the pitch.
I don't like the way this is going.
But I cannot call him a world-class player when he only plays when he feels like it. It's like Hazard. Hazard is unquestionably the most talented player in the league. But you can't only turn up when you feel like
we spoke about this, innit? At the Real Football Fan Show, we did disagree because you're in the camp of there's a certain amount of people, fans, it's all about opinion, who think that Pogba just gave up under Mourinho. And
not just him, everybody.
Yeah.
Like the only people I would watch for your team that would be trying was Rashford, a little bit Matic, Fellaini, even De Gea gave up. Like I was
come on, Drifty. No, come on. He was just getting peppered with shots left, right, and centre. Even he's not that superhuman, man.
Else, and he was showing he's an alien.
Look, it just proved with the other guy, because we don't say his name on anymore on this channel. Okay. With the other guy, it just proved that team. Because look, these guys kept him in the job longer than he should have even been there. We were still scraping through games. We were only 6th. Do you know what I'm saying? We just weren't playing to our capabilities. You have to remember, the team was was doing what it was put out to do, how it was coached, how it was set up, which wasn't conducive to the way that we wanted to play. It wasn't getting the best out of these players' abilities. They weren't giving up. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come back against Liverpool. We wouldn't have against Liverpool. We wouldn't have come back against Newcastle when we were down and out. We wouldn't have beat Juventus away from home. These are like, you know what I mean? We wasn't in like 17th place.
No.
Do you see what I'm saying? The players didn't give up. They just weren't buying into what this guy was putting out.
No,
which was bullshit.
They didn't give up, as in there was still a bit. You see,
it's supposed to be a combined 11, but it's a whole different.
We're gonna have to do this another time because like we need to talk about it. For me, professional pride will kick in at certain points, like that Juve game, where they're like, "Nah, do you know what? Can we do it, innit?"
It was lucky that game, you know.
That Newcastle game, that was professional pride. Like, nah, can we do this? Because the players.
That was them guys. Because the way we started that game.
Other games though, bro. What about like you can't tell me that you lot can't beat Brighton because Mourinho is being like. For me,
it was more than that, Drifter. You got to remember, even the tea lady's upset. The mood that this guy was bringing. You look at your manager, Klopp. He puts a smile on more than just the players' faces.
Oh, yeah.
He endears himself to the fans. The players want to turn up to training every day. Look, I don't care what walk of life, because look, they're Premier League footballers, they're millionaires, but they're people first. I keep saying this. No matter where you, doesn't matter. Even if you're a public figure, it still doesn't matter. If you turn up to a training field and it's dull, it's miserable, you're getting dug out, and the tactics don't bring out the best in you. You're Martial, you're getting asked to play basically at left back. You're Pogba. You got Scott McTominay starting.
Player power's running everything then, because let's be real. If you don't want to do what you're told, and then that man ends up going, but he was meant to be in charge, why was he really in charge?
It's not because you know what, the buck is always going to stop at the match. Like Brendan Rodgers, when he got sacked, it fell apart. What, do you blame all the players?
Not because
do you blame all the players, or just because
we just didn't have the quality, bro, at that point?
Right, and Mourinho was making us believe that we ain't even got quality anymore. He started the season, Drifty, and this is a whole different thing. Yeah, so this guy started. I know, I've got to come off this one. I just have to, because it annoys me. It annoys me.
We're going to need a whole section.
And it will annoy a lot of United fans who understand it, just how bad it was under Jose and what that guy was doing to our club.
50% if it was his fault, 100%. I'm not taking nothing away.
I'd say 80, mate.
Nah.
All right, listen. All right, because this is this whole separate video. But you guys know my feelings on that, and fair enough, that's your feelings on that. Pogba's in, yeah?
I'm not an idiot.
Right, okay. For me, Herrera goes in.
Over Wijnaldum?
Yes.
No way. Bro, no way.
We've got a very interesting sticking point.
This is the thing, like Man U fans, they're gonna laugh at me. Liverpool fans will get it. Yeah. If you're talking about form from game one till now, Wijnaldum has been the most consistent midfielder. If
we did it off form, how do any of our players would get in? You're top of the league, and our first
No, you've been form in the last 11 games. But like Wijnaldum's been on form for the whole season, like literally. And you know
apart from when he was injured, he was injured for a bit.
Yeah, and those are the games we dropped the points, like literally. And then what did he do when he came back?
But you know what? It's a weird one because. Okay then, I don't watch you game in, game out, but I get what you're saying is that Wijnaldum is as important to your midfield as Herrera is to us. Because you're saying that without Wijnaldum, your midfield don't tick.
I would actually say he's as important to our midfield as Pogba is to yours.
Oh, wow.
Like I would honestly... Like,
well, he ain't getting the numbers and the things that...
No, but what
assists and goals, but his role, can't put them in the same calibre.
His role is different. Yeah. Pogba is important to you lot creative-wise, scoring
goals. That's why I'm saying
but
Herrera.
Wijnaldum's important to us because we need a player that keeps us ticking.
That's exactly what Herrera does. And it's interesting, because you don't watch Man United week in, week out, that is the exact same player. For us, Herrera's infectious. He covers every blade of grass. He keeps the ball well. He can initiate attacks. He breaks up play well. He's a talisman. He's an organiser as well.
I've got to admit, I've never really been a fan of Herrera.
He's a scumbag.
Never been a fan of Herrera.
He's our scumbag though.
And yeah, all that diving at Anfield.
Love it. Yeah, it pisses you lot off.
I'm not even letting that skew my judgment. Like I genuinely think.
Mate. I'm not backing down.
But yeah,
and you're not going to back down.
Yeah, I can't.
So this is where it goes to you guys, and you're on a United stand here. So
I know I'm going to.
You're going to get outvoted, but I like that. You're entitled to stick with it. I'm not having Wijnaldum over Herrera for me.
Even for Holland, like when he goes and performs for Holland, like your old boy Depay,
they're resurgent. No, I've seen that. He scored a goal against Spain as well. Listen, Wijnaldum's a good player. In this combined 11 for me, from what Herrera is to us and how much we need this guy for us to tick. I can't. But it goes to you guys. Am I being too biased? This is what it's all about. Do you completely disagree with me? Have I got my Man United blinkers on? Or is Drifty doing that Liverpool thing where they just can't let go? You know? Let us know. So we're going for a midfield three of Herrera, Herrera / Wijnaldum, Pogba and Fabinho.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a naughty little midfield still.
Yeah, that'll be doing bits. Right, front three, this is interesting as well.
I know we're not going to do it.
Okay, I would just agree that Mo Salah goes in there. We'll start with the easy one.
Yeah.
Would you agree that Mo Salah goes in there? On the right?
On the right, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
You go.
I'm going to go Rashford through the middle.
Oh!
Mane left. And the only reason why I'll say that is because I think Firmino is an all-round better player than Rashford.
Yeah.
But we are going to go on form.
Yeah.
The kid's been doing it. So I'm not going to be biased. The kid's been doing it.
Do you know what? I was potentially thinking on form. Yes, Rashford's he's been doing bits. He's playing well. So on form, like you said, I think Firmino is probably the better rounded footballer.
Yeah.
So there is a case that I thought you might go Firmino 9, and I would say Martial left, but you want Mane in there. And on form, he's been doing well. But Martial, I don't know. I think longevity and Mane's very rash, and I think he gets into a lot. He does bits, but I don't know.
He's that guy. Like, see, this is another thing. Again, I'll put the rivalry to one side. Martial is top 5, one of my favourite players in the league. I love the kid. Like, when you bought him, I was angry.
You thought, why can't we? Why
and like a lot of people like, who is this guy? But I kind of had murmurs and kind of knew. And then when he played for you, I was like, yeah, he's the guy. I thought
he did announce himself against you as well. I remember.
Yeah, when the commentator meant it so obvious he was biased. Anyway,
he did.
So for me, I wouldn't mind Martial being in there because of how much I like him. Yeah. But he ain't better than Mane. And even on form, like Mane's got 5 goals in 6 games. I think he's got a few assists.
How much has he got this season, Mane?
I think he's got 12 goals altogether. I think.
Martial, he hasn't even played all of it. He's got 9.
Yeah, but they're like little flashes here and there, brilliant. He hasn't been consistent. Like Martial's been nowhere near consistent this season.
Well, because the first half of our season, none of our squad was. That's where I think since Ollie's come, we've
had a lot of those goals in that time, though.
Yeah,
right? He did. Yeah. Martial was actually probably one of the best people for statistics under Mourinho. Like he always
when he wanted to play him.
But no, for me. I love Martial, but it's got to be.
So we've gone for Salah, Rashford, and Mane. I would. That Mane, Martial. Do you know what? Oh, mate, it's hard. It's difficult because I want to put more in, but. I can't. Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think? I'd agree with that. Mane, Rashford, and Salah.
Yeah, I mean, and that, can you
Lingard
imagine?
hasn't done enough. Can
you imagine how much that front three would actually scare people for pace?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Do you know what? It hasn't been as difficult as it. Let's recap. We've gone with David De Gea in goal.
Yeah.
We've gone with Trent Alexander-Arnold, Lindelof and Van Dijk, and Robertson. Then we've gone Wijnaldum / Herrera. It's open for debate.
It's open, yeah.
Fabinho
and
Pogba. Because for me, Herrera's just got to be in there. For you, Wijnaldum's got to be in there. And the top 3 is Mo Salah, Mane, Rashford.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm alright.
Managers. What manager would you rather have?
Oh, come on, it's got to be Klopp.
Oh, yeah, they never. Oh no, hugs and veneers and no trophies.
We're in the title race. Come on, it's got to be.
I'm not going to argue with that. You've got every reason to think Klopp.
I want you lot to give Solskjaer the job, and I tell you why.
Why? Because you think it'll just burn down and it's all happy and rosy, or you actually think?
No, I don't think. I don't think it'll burn down, but I feel like it will take you longer with him in charge than if you go and get a Pochettino or Zidane.
You think?
Yeah, I do. Because Ollie is learning on the job. It will take him a while. You won't win the league under Ollie for a little while.
Okay, well, yeah, it's fair. Okay, because we're still a little bit away off that because we need investment as well. I know we've had a lot of investment, but our squad's still not there.
Getting players in, you got to remember, Solskjaer is a name, but he's no Zidane. So if Zidane wants to go and buy a player, people will come because of who he is. Solskjaer don't have that draw. He don't.
Listen, I know you guys don't have this issue, but we're the biggest club in the world. We attract players. We weren't even in the Champions League.
You're not looking to spend that money no more, though, bro.
Listen, we had a bad summer this gone. If Solskjaer gets the job and we're playing the football that we're playing, front foot attacking football, where attacking players, young attacking prospects, look at it and think, the likes of Pogba, the likes of Martial, the likes of Lingard, Rashford, they're all being accepted and playing attacking football. I could do bits there. We talked about us going and getting Jadon Sancho, things like that. Look, that's a different argument, but I do think that if Ollie think of it since he's come. I know there's a little way to go. Since he's come, he's showed title-winning form.
He has.
He's only dropped 2 points.
He has.
He's only dropped 2 points. You've dropped more in that time. Actually, you've dropped 2 as well.
No, we've
dropped 4.
I think we dropped about 6 points in that time. That's what
I'm saying. So you've dropped more points in that time. So imagine, I know it's different horses for courses and of my aunties, his uncle and all that, if buts and maybes. But if we would have had him from the start of the season playing this kind of football, we could have been in with a shout. But that's a different argument. So I don't think it's as far away as you think by having Solskjaer. But there you go.
I'll be more worried if you got Poch. Put it like that.
Well, I don't know, man. We wanted him straight away, but I've really changed my views on that. You know, he hasn't won anything. I get that. And I like what he's done with Tottenham. He's a fantastic manager. But Ollie knows the club, and we've got Mike Phelan. That's a very underrated move. Like the fact that we've got him there. So listen, there's loads we could talk about. But just quickly before we wrap this up, that's the combined 11. Let us know what you guys think about that. Whether you agree or disagree. Just a quick prediction on the game and just quick thoughts from a Liverpool fan. You said before that you're so uncomfortable with this game.
Yeah, man, it's an OT. I don't like going to OT. It's our game in hand. I think the game's got a draw written all over it.
You think?
Yeah, I think the game's got a draw written all over it. I feel like you will respect us enough to not be gung-ho.
Oh, we can't. No,
and I think we'll respect your form and the fact that you're at home enough that we won't be all out either.
Yeah.
And I think it might be a goalless draw. Yeah.
I'm going to completely disagree with Drifty. We will respect you, and you respect us. Agree with you on that. But it's got a 2-1 United written all over it, mate.
It better not.
Listen, and remember, we obviously don't want you to come anywhere close to this league. We despise you. Yeah, me and you get on.
We got to talk about that because being all right with Man City fans, gloating and all that.
Yeah, because it's short-lived and they ain't got as many fans. And you know what it is? The real rivalry is still us. City have not been relevant for that time, and don't get me wrong. I know as your fan, it's like. You can see it, but even your biggest rivalry is us. It's not Everton, and that's why. So it's like saying if Everton were going to win the league as a one-off.
You've got to keep it to yourself, though, bro. Solskjaer did it best today. They asked him, and he was like,
"He's not going to come out and say that. He's not going to come out and say that." Man United fans, all you got to do. No, Drifty.
All you got to do, you just got to say, "I don't have a horse in this race," and just leave it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot publicly say you would rather City won the league.
We can say it publicly all over my social media. I'll make banners, posters. I do not want Liverpool to win this league. Simple as that. And you won't.
Do you not think you're going to down tools against City?
No, we'll still go for it, but listen.
You better.
Listen, you'll bottle it by then, like you always do. Listen, thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the Football Banter Show. Make sure you check out Drifty and the boys over there. The links will be in the description below. And let us know what you guys think about the Combined 11.